Hi everybody. Today we're going to take a look at an app that's not really an assistive technology app, but it's something for classroom management that might help, especially with students that might have behavior issues, and it's called Class Dojo. We're going to go ahead and open up Class Dojo. This is a free app that also it has a web subscription to it, so that somebody could look at this through the web. So you can sign up for an account through either the app or through a website, and you can access it both ways. Once you've signed up for your account and logged in, this is the main screen you're going to get, and you can get a demonstration class, or you can create your own class here as well. So I've created my own class. Here's Mr. Stahoviak's class. We'll tap on that and bring it up, and what you're going to see now is what I get. This is I set my class to be a 10th grade computer class. I've got 8 students in it, 14 different behaviors between positive and negative behaviors. So what happens with this is if you have students that might be struggling to pay attention, struggling to do things that you want them to do, you can load up and you can choose the behaviors that you want. You can choose, add your students in this, and then you're going to pull up your students and plug them on the computer so that they can all see and view what's going on. And what happens here is as they do something in class, you either give points or take away points. So if I look at this and Jenny is listening, I can tap on Jenny's character and I can give her a point for listening, and it's going to add that ding, and it's going to add that point to her. On the flip side, if Jack is doing something he's not supposed to be doing, and you can see here's what I have set up for the positive behaviors: working hard, teamwork, listening, on task, helping others, participating, persistence. If Jack is doing something he's not supposed to be doing, if he's not doing homework, he didn't do his homework, he's unprepared, not listening, being disrespectful, bullying, talking out of turn, or off task, we'll say he was not listening, you take away a point and you get that kind of ding for doing that as well. Now if I give it an assignment and my entire class is doing a good job with it, I can hit select all, and I can say everybody's working hard, and everybody gets a point added to what they're doing there. Now at the same time, if I'm just giving random points, I suppose I could hit random, and whichever student it comes up to, I could say, okay, Kirsten is talking out of turn, I'm going to take a point from her at this point. So this is a nice way. If you project this on the board, a lot of teachers that I've talked to that use this actually get positive behavior from students by trying to gain points with their avatars. I mean, I don't think there's research behind that, just anecdotal evidence at this point. Now, we've done this with class. We want to go back and look at reports later. We can also send this, we can through the website, we can send invites to students and their parents to be able to view the reports from the class. So if I want to check my report, I can go in here and I can check my report, and here I've got the whole class, or I can look at each individual person here. Let's look at Jenny's monster there and see what she's been doing. 100% of her stuff this day was positive. Now you can see there's different shades of green on here. If I tap on those shades, it's going to tell me 25% of the points she got was for working hard, 25% was for teamwork, 50% was for listening. If I go back now and I look along the side of the screen, let's find somebody that didn't do quite so well today. There's Joanna's only got 50%. Let's tap on Joanna, and you can see now she's got some red marks, she's got some green marks. On the positive side, she listened, she worked hard. On the needs work area, 25% of the time she was bullying other kids in the class, or 50%, she was off task 25%. So by doing this, we can see where that student needs work, where they're doing well. The parents can also view this if they sign up for an account on Class Dojo. You can also invite your kids, the students. You can give them a secret code, and the students can go in and change what their avatar looks like on here as well. Let me just show you. If we take it here, we go into edit bubbles. That's another button here. This is going to allow us to, clear. Let's say we wanted to take a look at what Jeff was doing. We could reset the bubbles. We could do this every day at the start of class. We could clear all the bubbles and reset them for every student if we wanted to. Back here, if I hit edit, this is another cool thing we can do. So if I go in and hit edit, I can change, my my class, 10th grade, computers, whatever, I can add students to this by hitting the students button, and I could add another student. So let's just say, one of the students we haven't added, let's say Julie. We want to add Julie, tap Julie, hit done, and we're going to get Julie added with an avatar that it picks for her. We go back now. This is where it can be real helpful. We can set up our own behaviors. So we've got 7 positive behaviors we're looking at right now. Again, it's helping others, listening, on task, participating, persistence, teamwork. Let's add utilizing quiet time. We wanted to do that, and we hit done. We're going to add that as a positive behavior. So now when our student does that, we can make this specific to our class, what the behaviors are we expect. If we go down to negative, we can also add to this bullying, disrespectful, not having their homework, not listening, off task, talking out of turn. Let's add a behavior name to this, and let's add unprepared. Is that already there? I don't remember, but we'll add that anyway. So now we have unprepared as a task in there as well. So we can choose that now if we go back into our class. So if we go back to this screen and tap done on the edit screen, start our class again, and we want to see, you know, Colleen is now, we should have utilizing quiet time in there as a potential behavior. Let's try it. Well, I'm not seeing it show up right now. Maybe we have to just reset this, but what we should have, now that it's syncing, we go back into my class. Looks like it has 15 behaviors. We hit start class, and we go back into this. Now, here is utilizing quiet time as a positive thing. Here is unprepared as a negative thing on there. And you can see students like to kind of build up their points. You could set some goal for students. If they get to a certain number of points, they get to do something. It's kind of a nice visual way for students to track how they're doing in class, for teachers to be able to track what problem behavior students are running into, and for parents to be able to see that as well. And again, this is all free. There's also a website that you can do this through. Projecting it on the board so students can see what's happening would be a helpful way to do this also. Please, if you like this and you want to see more of our webinars, check out our app, the ICATER Toolkit. It's free on the iTunes Store. You can download that, see all of our archived webinars on there. Or if you have any questions on any of this, feel free to email me at james-stachowiak@uiowa.edu. Thanks, everybody.